like it's a
What, to go
bomb.
live?
Yeah,
I don't know. Was it a fucking nuclear launch?
that's what it seems like to me. And then YouTube also has the worst thing in the planet, which is live. Sorry, top chat. I don't know if you're familiar with this.
I mean, well, yeah, top fans, top chat, whatever.
Yeah, it's awful
I
because
have
then
I have no idea what it does or what it is.
it's YouTube deciding, hey, this is what we think you should see as far as comments. This is what we think.
Oh yes, the suggestions and all that. Yeah, that's
Mm.
it's weird. They'll also throw in the middle of the conversation. They'll throw in, you should ask this question, or like it has nothing to do with any of the interviews. By the way, it'd be something random as fuck.
Listening, so it's listening to you.
Well, I don't know if it's listening or if it's just giving like a list of set things that it thinks you should talk about.
Okay, yeah, that's still horrendous.
Random
What
random facts. It's very strange.
you
If
look
one pops up, I'll stop and read it.
okay. I was gonna say you look so good, by the way. Not as a person, and then also as the camera. What camera are you using?
I'm just using my phone. I've got a Google Pixel. It's not even a new one. It's like a 7 or some shit.
You know what it is? It's the for me, I think Apple, they just care too much about the back camera, and then the front camera is like the forbidden or
Yeah.
forgotten child underneath the steps of your house that they don't talk about. And then they don't
Yeah.
like look at this. I have to do this in order for me to look presentable. I have to use my AI Chinese filter. Um, but how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I've been a fan of your channel for a long time now, since before the face reveal. So that'll tell you how long I've been watching.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah.
that's the most concerning when I've seen a couple comments as of late that are like, dude, I used to watch you when I was a kid. And I'm like, oh yeah,
God
because
damn.
started this shit in 2016, so it's
Yeah,
been 10
bro.
years technically. So that's technically for enough for somebody to have been a child converted into adult. It's kind of sad at this point, but it is what it is. My life is full of virginity, and I'm glad to share it with the budding also virgins.
That is gonna be my first question. First question of the interview. Consider yourself a virgin. Tell me about that.
Well, it's a term that I think encompasses magic perfectly because if you ever like meet magicians, I've been grateful enough to go to a bunch of conventions and whatnot, but my goodness, are magicians the most fickle sort of like group based animals you've ever seen in your life? And virgin is the best way to encompass them because they're just you try to have a conversation with them about anything other than card tricks and maybe life and they just get right back into, oh, but have you, but no, you have to.
Yeah.
So it's but in real life, to be honest, magicians have been nothing but great, at least as far as like meeting them. Online it's a completely different story. If you peruse
Yeah.
Facebook for even 17 seconds, you're going to be
It's
taken
gonna be.
aback by the virginity.
Yeah. Second question. Wouldn't your uncle disagree?
My uncle would disagree, yes, because especially in that game room closet. uh you know it's really funny. My Because you mentioned before the face reveal, right? So I went to
Yeah. Yeah.
Magi
Yeah.
Fest. Magi Fest is a convention in the worst place in the planet. It's fucking Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, and my uncle lives
P3.
there.
Hey,
My Yeah, right. Which is why would you have your fucking headquarters essentially be in Meth City? Like
I
so
have
many
no
places
idea.
are just, maybe it says a lot about the magic industry, right? Maybe it might say a lot about the magic industry. But my uncle actually lives there, and he was showing me around Columbus. And right before I left, he goes, "You need to find Jesus, and you need to find a job." That's what he told me, which is great.
And this was recently.
No, this was in before the face, before I showed the face. So I went to
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
yeah, Magi Fest. I
Uh,
went. This was like 2017. I went incognito to Magi Fest, and nobody. I don't think the channel was too popular then. There was one kid that I was showing like a coin move to, and he goes, "You have a channel, right?" And I go, "No, no, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?" He goes, "Yeah, you have like a YouTube channel." I go, "No, what are you fucking talking about? I don't have a fucking YouTube channel." Obviously, because I didn't want to. At that time, I was a teacher, so I didn't want people to find a channel and
right.
then undermine the sanctity of the classroom based on my dick jokes.
Now, this was going to be me rolling into my next question because, like I said, I've been watching your channel for a little while now.
I'm sorry.
Um, how? Yeah, I think I became a little bit more of a virgin because of it.
Yeah.
But uh, how did you find magic? How did you switch careers,
Mhm.
seemingly from teaching to full time YouTube? And just tell me a little bit more about that experience.
Well, I got fired from teaching. It was a fun time in my life. I did it for, I think, what, 8 years essentially. And then it was some shady stuff with the school that I was working for. They're charter school, and they were taking money from parents. And one of the kids asked me about it, and then that snowballed into me talking about
Right.
money that I shouldn't be talking about. So they fired me. A lot of people say, "Oh, you got fired because you're a magician and that's what magicians do, right? They get on the registry." But no, no, it was a completely
Oh
financial
man.
reason. It wasn't me diddling. Okay. It wasn't a diddle, one of the diddle situations. But that was the best thing that ever happened to me because I was doing YouTube behind the scenes and it wasn't going well. It was just, me uploading videos and trying to sort of metaphorically masturbate my way into the magic you know ecosystem. And I got fired, so it allowed me to go full time into trying to make magic on online work and to try to make that like a feasible career. And eventually, through force, through a lot of spittle and a lot of uncle fluids, I made it through. And it's been great because I've put out products, I've made contacts in magic that I'm kind of surprised that I would have ever made. Right now with this project with Peter Turner was someone that I studied when I was younger, which makes sure should make him feel old as shit. But and now we're doing projects together all the time. Illusionist worked for them for 2 minutes essentially, but still, they're a company that I bought stuff from when I was younger. So just weird, just weird life that magic has given me. But essentially, all started from me being fired from my job, from my real job, and then now being a professional virgin.
Professional virgin. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. No, it's professional at this point. I make money. It's like once you turn it from a hobby into a profession, that's when you can't ever sort of go back to knowing. I forgot what a woman looks like naked, to be honest, the moment I started making a little bit of money in this. We have what is there's a comment here by or a bunch of comments by what looks like to be a
Yeah.
very Jewy name, Heeb Shlomo. That sounds like my lawyer.
Oh man, Heap Schlobo. What? I don't understand what he's trying to get across. There's a little clown face there.
Yeah, okay. I think he's saying a slur there, which is quite exotic on YouTube, especially in 2026. Before
Yeah.
you could use slurs on the comment section. Now this is what I was saying earlier, that we're no longer a free speech platform on YouTube. You could by even mentioning anything, you're banned for life. So it's kind of lame, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. This is my first slur, so thanks, Pig.
Hmm.
Thanks for that. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you went through your entire life without seeing any slurs.
No, I meant my
Yeah.
first slur doing one of these interviews.
Oh,
That's
really?
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Heap says based after
Based.
writing out
Yeah.
what is a
Yeah.
bunch of random
Essentially.
letters.
Yeah.
What I noticed, by the way, let me turn this around on you, that you have a deck of playing cards in front of you,
Yeah. 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 Just
and you also
Uh,
have a matching beanie.
yes, I do.
How do you feel about
Matching.
that? Oh, with the black play, I didn't
Yeah.
realize there were black playing cards, and then also
Yeah.
on top of that, you have a black beanie with bicycle on it. Is that like something you bought? Is that something that came together? How did that come?
Oh, I bought it separately, but I like bikes. I always have OG back
Okay.
design. Always like the bikes.
So I hope you know that that has a lot of virginity in it, right? Just
Yeah,
combining the.
that's the
Okay.
reason I wore it today. A lot of
Okay.
extra
Good.
virginity. Yeah,
Good.
got a
Good. I'm glad you at
got a
least
Houdini
acknowledge it.
shirt on. So that's even more virginity. Yeah,
And you got the Craig Petty plaid shirt over it.
yeah. Well, it's a little cold. It's a little cold today, so that's one
You know
reason I
what?
got that.
It actually is. It is a
Yeah,
person of
surprisingly.
that I currently am sticking my penis in told me to open the balcony, and told
Yeah.
me how cold it was on her way to work. And by me, of course, me on the way to work for me is fucking this. This is fucking doing virgin stuff, which is great. Um, it's so
I guess it
different
depends
when
on where you stick it in order to keep you a virgin, right?
no, 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 no. Virginity is when it comes to magic. Every time you do anything involving this, or you do this to make a coin vanish, if you do this,
Oh yeah.
you lose at least six instances of getting laid. So it doesn't.
Oh wow.
You could be in the negatives essentially. So right now I'm trying to work my way up, and it's not working because of the years of magic tutorials. So you're welcome, I guess.
I'd have to go back in time to realize if whether or not if I'm in the negative. Hopefully not.
You are just for the beanie, the playing cards, the Houdini
All right.
shirt. I don't think I have any magic related shirts, like apart from my own merch, which is kind of pathetic, to be honest. If you have um well, for me, like just having merch that says like male magician on it is kind of bad, because I have a shirt that's related somehow to magic. But uh, let me ask you this: do you have a shirt that reveals a playing card?
No, surprisingly.
Okay, all right, you're good then. You're one of the good
Did I get
ones.
did I get a positive point for the virginity? I
Yeah,
mean, I've got a
yeah.
tattoo. Does that count? Tattoo?
That one is a two of hearts.
Yeah.
You know, you know. I think it's worse when you have one, and that is your a sort of token into a group of virginity. I don't know if you remember that, where
Group
everybody
of
had like,
virginity. Yeah.
yeah, their own little like, oh, my virgin tattoo of I'm the Jack of Hearts and I'm the Seven of Spades,
It's just
right?
my favorite card, so there's not too
Is it
much to
okay?
look into there. Yeah.
Two of Hearts. There is a lot of virginity with that. You do lose some for that. You gain some for not having a shirt that's like, my card is a two of hearts, or that, because then that becomes terrible when the front of your shirt says, "Hey, pick a card," and then you do this to somebody, and then the back of your shirt says, "You picked the two of hearts." Like
Now I have
that's
come up with some of those kind of reveals and stuff like
uh
that.
huh.
Like I made my own like new era sticker that has a reveal on it, shit like that. But
Hmm.
no actual clothing.
Okay. It's a different thing. Do you have any the worst one is, I think, for tats? It's like when you have the fucking club's heart spade diamond.
Yeah, that one
And
does look pretty shitty. Yeah,
do you know what the worst part is? Because you could it's
I'm
like a
gonna clip
common
this. I know
tattoo.
somebody has that.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
a very common tattoo, but it's even worse when it's in chaste order, because then you know that they've never actually seen a woman naked. Like
Ah,
if it's
damn.
just diamond, whatever, like that's a common fuck ass tattoo, right? Like, oh, I just have
Yeah.
the cards because I'm a gambler. I gamble in life. But if they're like club, heart, spade, diamond, you know that
And that's extra virginity, isn't it?
my brother needs some help in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Um, but what was I going to tell you? I don't know if you've gone to like any convention. Like, have you gone to
Now I've gone
anyone?
to shows and stuff. I haven't been to any conventions.
Really? Okay, you should go,
Yeah.
man. It's a life changer. Like Magic Live is
Mm,
in August, September. It's in Vegas. Um, like I might go to Blackpool. Blackpool's in Blackpool, England.
yeah.
8 hours from us. 8 hours. Imagine leaving Florida. I don't know
Jeez.
how your life in the Highlands County is, right? Is that your county?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I don't know how it is there, right? But here it's Miami, right? The sun is always out. There's always bitches, right? There's always beaches. It's just a beautiful part. I just came from Colombia, and I thought that everybody in Miami was beautiful. Colombian women, it's just it's
I
even the
agree.
ugly ones are hot. Even the ugly ones. You look, they're smoking hot. And then you come back to Miami and you realize, wow, man, and then you go to Blackpool, England, where imagine you go to your local bar and the hick there without teeth. That's who you're essentially interacting with for about a
That's who you're
week.
working with out there.
Yeah, so you really have to be desperate. And they have a magic convention there, but it's great. Honestly, you just go, you get hammered for a week. Interact with the best people on the planet that are in our craft, and you kind of absorb their virginity, and then you become reinfused with love for the craft. Same thing with Magic Live. I never buy a ticket for Magic Live. I just go to the casino and hang out with people, and again have my virginity infused. But I suggest for you to do it. Like go out to Vegas. It's fun.
That's in Vegas, and you said August, right?
Yeah, I think so. Magic Live. I know people actually get tickets. They're kind of pricey, to be honest. And as professional virgins, we really don't have that sort of pull when it comes to our finances. Um, August 2nd through the 5th of 2026. So
Okay.
it's just nice. It's fucking, you go to a casino, you hang out. It's the worst casino, by the way, in all of Vegas. It's the worst casino.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the
I've never
Orleans.
been to Vegas. I haven't been off the East Coast really, besides like
Good.
Puerto Rico. So I mean that doesn't really count.
You're Puerto Rican?
Yeah,
You're Puerto Rican. Okay, you know what? I
soy
guess
boricua.
I could have deduced that from the way you said Puerto Rico, because you said Puerto Rico like in a very Puerto Rican way. I'm a Cuban man, so naturally we're rivals. Just because your flag is our flag reversed, right? There's a lot of sort of
I don't think
debate
that's
as
I don't think that's how it works, but yeah,
no,
something like that.
well, you guys have arroz con pollo, right? That you cook in fucking beer, and we have like fucking
We're cooking
moro
in
and
beer.
yeah. What's your plate? Your plate is that right? Rice and chicken. That's the Puerto Rican
I,
dish.
I don't know. I grew up eating a lot of arroz con gandules and shit like that. So
Gandules. What the fuck
yeah,
is gandules, man?
they're like I don't know what are they called. I don't know what they're called in English. I don't know. I don't ever
Gandules.
shop for that. Yeah,
Gan. Okay. This my
chickpeas
fucking
or something like that.
okay. Yeah,
All right.
combination of rice, pigeon peas, and pork cooked in the same
Pigeon
pot with
peas. Okay.
sofrito. This is
Right.
your national dish. Let me see
Yeah.
what the Cuban national dish is. Cuban
Oh man, you don't
national.
know?
Well, it's ropa vieja, which I don't fucking believe. Ropa vieja. That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
Um,
that doesn't
I
sound right.
I heard a because at the school that I used to teach, there were a bunch of like new Cubans. Um, and I told this to my grandmother, and she said, "No, that's a fucking lie." Uh, that ropa vieja got its term because it resembles old clothes, right? It's like shredded beef. So, but some parts of Cuba are so poor that they actually would marinate like fucking mops and marinate it and fucking cook it and then eat like mops and shit in Cuba. So I guess
God
you could
damn,
make
that's
fun of
rough.
us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So all the
Well,
years that I've spent making fun of Puerto Rico, you
well,
could
I'm
make
not
fun
gonna
of
make
us.
fun of you because I actually enjoy Cuban food.
Really? Okay.
And
All right.
every Cuban I've ever met that's actually been from the island, they're
Hmm.
completely anti-communism and shit like that.
Okay.
So I've had a lot of great experience with Cubans. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'll talk
Okay.
shit just because I talk shit in general,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. I think
yeah,
that's the vibe, though. Puerto Ricans, again, you guys have beautiful women. Every Puerto Rican girl that I've ever known has been a shoddy. They've been top tier, beautiful. But I do happen to
married to
just
one.
make. You're married to a Puerto Ricana.
Yeah.
How does that work in terms of like arguments?
It all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, I'm
It's
dealing
like
with.
it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. So it doesn't really matter. Just try to do your best.
That's what I'm dealing with right now. That I don't know if you could see that. Try to guess what
That
flag that
flag?
is. Yeah. Well, I just
Czech Republic.
no, man. I just came from the. I
No.
told you, I just
Uh,
came from the country.
oh, Colombia. Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right
I
now.
see.
Let me tell
The
you,
fuck did
that's
I say? Czech Republic? God damn. Way
exactly. I
off.
don't.
All
I
right.
don't. Dude, I'm 5'2", man. Like, look at this shit, dude. Look at this, 5'3". Look at that. You think this could pull any Czech Republic, like Republic chick? You think this right here?
Uh, Maybe in Blackpool.
Well, in Blackpool, they don't go there, dude. In Blackpool, the hottest
They won't
girl
even go there.
is um the hottest girl in Blackpool is like a Miami 2. Like that's the
Damn.
hottest girl in Blackpool. But in Blackpool, she's a fucking 10. She's a 10 if she has 7 teeth in Blackpool. But
Oh damn.
It's
That's rough.
we went to a strip club in Blackpool, and man, if you ever want to see like lips, like engorged lips popping out the side of really bad, like fucking. I don't know if you
Engorged
ever.
lips.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have you ever been to Miami? Have you ever been here?
Bro, everybody gives me shit about this because I've been in Florida for quite some time now, and I've never been to
Hmm.
Miami. I've been to the fucking Keys, but I've never been to Miami.
Okay,
So
so
I
you've been
guess
through
drive by doesn't
Miami.
really count. It doesn't really, yeah, to me, it doesn't count.
Well, it depends on what hood you're by. If the drive-by counts. But that was an awful joke.
Yeah,
But
well,
the
we,
point
we, we
is,
keep something for that.
yeah, I have, and every time I talk to an English person about Florida and our guns, like
Yeah.
I'm always strapped, right? Like I'm always strapped. I love knives. I love guns. I want to buy another one. I
Okay.
have like,
How strapped are you? I'm three. Pull it out.
oh no, okay, not now, dude. I'm in the house, bro. But
What you mean? What do you
I know,
mean,
I
bro?
know,
What?
I know.
You're lacking, bro. You're
I'm lacking.
lacking. I caught you
I
lacking, bro.
Yeah, right now you would be my ops.
Ah.
You'd be my ops. But if I notice the eyes right there on a sticky
Oh, dude, you
holster,
gotta get her. You gotta get a real holster. That holster's fucking ass, bro. You gotta get
really.
you a real. That holster's ass, bro. I'm gonna tell you right
But
now.
you know why?
I only saw it for like 3 seconds, and I can tell you it's straight ass.
It's a sticky holster. It's from a brand
Nah,
called
bro.
Sticky,
Get you a real
right?
holster.
They're good because it's
I'll
like
send you a link. No, no, bro.
yeah,
No.
I like to walk. Like I like to go on walks, and if I'm there with a fucking like a
Googly
plastic,
eyes. Did you have
yeah.
googly eyes on that shit, bro? Because I just
Yeah.
noticed the holster, and oh god, that was like the only thing I could see was the shitty
No,
holster.
that's again, that's this one that thought it was funny. Oh, I'm gonna put
Ah,
googly eyes on everything. And the last, could you imagine if, for example, let's say, God forbid, you're my ops, right? Hey man, I saw
no.
your video, dude. I saw your video. You were making fun of my people, all right? You were doing a card trick and you said, hey, whatever, right? And they pull up on me. And then I pull up and I roll up with my self-defense boomstick, and they go, "What the fuck is like? What is this?" They're not gonna take me seriously. I'm gonna be laughed. I'm not gonna be killed. I'm gonna be more embarrassed. I'm gonna be. It's gonna be worse for me
They're,
when it.
I mean, you're still gonna kill them because they'll laugh themselves to death.
Maybe, but this one. What do you have, by the way? This is a Hellcat.
Okay,
That I'm.
Hellcat's a good one. Yeah, Hellcat's
I
good.
d-
I have a Canic Rival,
okay.
SFX. So
And
I
I
don't
could.
know how YouTube. This is a BB gun YouTube, but this is a
Yeah, yeah,
Canic
yeah.
Rival. This is a big boy right here.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, dude. This is like a
Well,
micro
I'm a
compact.
big guy, so that's it works for me.
I was gonna say, isn't that great about Florida that we could like it's so funny explaining this. It cost me pussy once to have this on me
That's okay.
because
You didn't want that pussy.
well, it was Swedish. I was at a bar and this girl was we were talking and stuff, and she goes, "Oh God, I think you're hot," and I'm like, "That's a red flag," because again, I'm 5'3". Maybe it's because she thought I was exotic, you know,
Dude, you just
or
grew an
whatever.
inch. You were 5'2" like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, with shoes. All right. But uh dude, so we're going to a bar, and the bar there were
Uh,
frisky people, and I go, "Oh, I can't go in there because I have
oh yeah, I hate that, bro. I deal with that too. It sucks.
yeah, but it's a don't ask, don't tell policy, sort of,
Yeah.
right? Like
Well,
because
signs technically, I'm very up on the laws with these things, and
mhm,
signs are not enforced unless it's like a school or a federal facility, something along those lines. But a lot of stores and stuff like that, places like that, the signs are not technically enforced. They can't ask you to leave. If you don't leave, then yeah,
well, I knew that about the signs, that the signs are bullshit. Like you can't. It's federal buildings,
right,
schools, hospitals, and
right,
banks or whatever. Um,
exactly.
but I thought
But
that it was kind of
everything else is a suggestion, basically.
no. I thought that it was like because of the alcohol that you can't be like in
No,
a.
that's a different thing. Yeah, that's a whole different statute and a different law. Like you cannot be like I can be at a restaurant with
Mhm.
my piece, for example, having a beer with my meal.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
if you go over the legal limit, then you're kind of in that gray area there. But I cannot
Okay.
sit at the bar, or else I'm breaking the law immediately.
Really? Okay. Damn. That's I it's
Yeah.
embarrassing. This is embarrassing to admit, and I think I've said this before that so I got this maybe a couple years back, and I went to a bar, right, my local bar, and I went to the bathroom, I went to pee, and I always now I put this in the sink, right? I put in the sink
The
because if I'm
sink.
peeing, yeah, if I'm pissing, I don't want to be
Oh,
dealing with the fucking just, oh great, now I got pee on my fucking strap, it's weird.
okay.
Um,
I'm gonna
so
throw
I
in some firearm virginity for you. But
okay.
continue your story. Continue your story. I want to
Well,
hear
it's
this. It
it's
sounds funny.
it's gonna be very you're gonna judge me because I
I have to.
instead of
Yeah.
putting it in the sink, I put it on the air dryer, right? Where you
Oh
fucking put the
God.
thing. And then
Did it
I wash
fall,
my hands, and then I go to back to my table, and then
bro?
enjoy the
What?
rest. So I'm there with my friend, and then the owner comes around. He goes, "Hey man, did you leave something in the bathroom?" And I go, "No, no, I didn't leave anything." And he goes to table, and he's asking, and then I go, yeah, hey, that was me." And he goes, "Oh yeah, you left your phone in the bathroom, you know? We'll give it to you later, when you're leaving, right? We'll give it to you later." And then when I'm leaving, he gives me a takeout container, and it's like the heaviest takeout container, obviously, because it contains
What?
and then we get into a whole conversation about it. But man, thank God that guy's like a friend.
No,
But
that
that
guy.
was
That guy's based. He's cool as fuck. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because anyone else, they'd be like, "Oh my God!" If you see like, there's this one clip from the show called Nurse Jackie that every time it pops up on my feed, it pisses me off because it's like this. They're taking this guy to a hospital, and this dude, it's like some stupid show. So imagine it's written by some idiot in Los Angeles that has no knowledge
Right.
of these whatsoever, and the nurse is pulling him apart and taking off his clothes, and then she sees a gun and she goes, "Oh my God, gun, gun, he has a gun." And the badass nurse comes in and fucking cuts him up, and she like holds it like it's all cool. And it's like, well, this is written by a fucking idiot. Like a gun is,
Yeah.
it's again, it's you have to have safety, and it's a good lesson learned for me because it's one of those things where yeah, I'm an idiot, and
Right.
but now I know forevermore that anytime this is on me, it needs to stay on me. It can't be
Yeah.
anywhere else. It can't be. And it's a good lesson learned, but it's stupidity on my part that will never happen again. And good on the bartender for having my back because that could have easily been fucking terrible.
Yeah, dude. There's many times that we're gonna learn these types of lessons. It happens.
Yeah.
But my virginity in the
Mhm.
firearm community is so high that it helps because I have a special belt, carry belt,
Uh-huh.
to support the weight of my big ass fucking heavy gun.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I often use suspenders.
Okay.
So, but this helps when you're gonna go take a piss because you don't
Mhm.
have to take it off at all.
Yeah,
You
cool.
could
Okay.
fucking have everything unbuttoned. If you're
Yeah.
getting some brain or whatever, still same thing. You
Yeah.
get everything unbuttoned there. Don't have to take it off, and it's just like dangling there, hanging
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Wait till you
Cool.
strap it back up, and so that's something I've done. Which
Okay.
it depends on where you're carrying and all that stuff. Now, I'm sure you're doing appendix carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I like 4 o'clock for
Mhm.
me specifically, just because like the way I've drilled it over and over and over. But I used to do appendix carry, but I gotten so used to 4 o'clock just because it's so comfortable.
Mhm.
When
Okay.
you're driving, shit like
Yeah.
that, it's
Well, it's
way
really
more comfortable.
it's such a concerning thing when you have the barrel of it right there,
Yeah, right at
right
your
on
cock.
your right at the
Yeah.
dick. And what's there was a gun a couple, not a couple, maybe recently that it was fucking misfiring, right? I was
Oh,
because
SIGs.
Stig. Yeah, that was the one. It
Sig,
was like
bro.
a
Yeah, which is crazy because I have some military friends, and a lot of them they're like yo, Sig's the shit, and I
exactly.
like them. But it's not every model that's having the issue, but it just kind of makes me a little weary. I don't want to shoot my cock or shoot my ass cheek or something. Out here
Um,
out here looking like Forrest Gump.
dude, but worst of all, it's the embarrassment of now having to live your life
Yeah.
blown cock off because of a gun manufacturer and their stupidity, right? Because it's just like one of those fucking that you hit it and then it just takes off, which is completely asinine. Because if you look at the
Yeah.
mechanics of it, how the fuck is that even possible? Is the hammers hitting the fucking shit,
Well,
right?
because no, because I think those guns they're striker fire pistols.
Okay.
Or is it, or I don't know, because some of the SIGs I think are striker fired and some are hammer fired.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure which model. Which model is it? Can you
Yeah, I'll look it up
is
right
it
now. I
is
remember
it the
seeing
360 or
Sig misfire.
I
There's a
can't
three in there.
remember.
Sig
So you
misfire.
have to look at whether it's striker fired or whether it's hammer fired.
Sig P320.
Z
So
yeah,
Sig
P three
P320.
20. Okay.
11 million misfire. That's funny. And it fires without warning. And I've seen a bunch of videos that's so funny of the guy dropping the gun, like just dropping it and it just fucking shoots, which to be fair, could be badass if you're, in a situation where you're like, wait a second. Yeah, you drop the gun and then it fucking shoots the guy and you're like, that's right, bitch. Got you. Like it's fucking some Bollywood movie.
Right. Yeah,
But
it fucking ricochets off something.
what I was gonna ask you, which is funny, so you said the virgin gun community.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to ask you is, what are the fucking parallels? Because you notice, and I've noticed this, thinking
Mm.
that it's just exclusive to magic and
Oh
magicians,
no.
right?
Yeah, definitely
No,
not.
when you get into like I love cigars, I love watches, I love collect. I'm like autistic when it
Oh,
comes to
me
this
too.
shit.
Yeah. Hey, I got a
But
stack watch up there. I know
uh,
Peter Turner would like that. I got both stack
uh,
watches up there. You see them? Super
that was
Virgin. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I've had
I
that
bought
argument
them.
with
I
him.
bought them before I memorized the stack too. So that
Mhm.
was like really virginity moments happening.
But some people like them, some people hate it. But
Yeah.
I thought it was a
I think
good
they're
money
just
grab.
fucking cool. Honestly, I think they're
Yeah,
cool. Like, just I don't know. Nobody else knows. Nobody else notices, but I know.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
thought it was cool as shit. Yeah,
Like a good cue, like a cue that's there, like a crib that's just there on your thing. I think that's what the function is. But
yeah.
they really made it seem
They're
like it
not.
was the third coming.
Yeah, they weren't shit though because I had to get them fixed professionally,
Of course,
just because
yeah,
I wanted to keep them around. But
yeah,
the other one doesn't even have the fucking links on it anymore. I had to get rid of that
Mm,
shit, put a whole new strap on it, and new batteries,
yeah.
the
But
internals reworked. It said
they're
waterproof, and I found out it wasn't.
really.
Yeah,
I think
so I had some
because
water
of
damage and stuff. But
well, they're quartz watches. They're fucking battery
right,
operated shit. So it's not like you're having to deal with a movement on it. But
right.
what I was going to tell you is the parallels between communities, right? So it's funny because I always assume that magic is magic and the community is special because they're the only ones like this. They're the only ones that are so nitpicky about like, oh, I
Definitely
invented
not.
that move. I no fucking guitar. People think that they invent techniques in songs all the time. I'm sure in the gun community, right? Same shit. People are thinking they invent different things and different ways to innovate, and they argue.
I reload the gun like this. John Wick didn't invent the throwing out the magazine like that. It was me.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
that
what do you
does
call it?
happen.
BB gun. It's a BB gun.
Yes, it is a
Um,
BB gun. It's airsoft. All we have here is airsoft.
oh
You
God.
do so. Do you besides pistols? Do you do any other like
Uh,
rifles or anything like that?
no, only because I
You
want
should.
just things that are I know, but for me it's about realistic. It's about being practical, right? And for me, practicality is something that I'm gonna have on me that I could carry, which is why I know it's dainty, but it's a micro compact, right? It's a
It's good
small.
for the house or to
Um,
throw in the vehicle. The shit hits the fan type of deal.
well, if I'm jogging, right? If I'm walking, if I'm going somewhere,
All right.
I'm not gonna.
Let me put it like this. Okay, so if you think about it, a pistol is your sidearm,
Mhm.
meaning it's your secondary firearm.
Yeah,
Your
yeah, yeah.
primary should be your rifle.
Mhm.
See, virgin. I told you, I'm virgin with
Yeah,
this shit.
no, it is pretty aggressive, but to me, I'm not gonna conceal carry a AR. Fuck, just
No, no,
like
no,
oh
no, no.
here.
I'm not suggesting that at all. Not suggesting that
I
at all.
know,
I'm
I
just saying
know.
it's good to have we have one owned and
Yeah,
operated. But yeah, the gun community is very virgin also. Um, yeah, we're
I love it.
sticklers
I
about a
love
lot
it
of
though,
shit.
but it's fun. I want to get the one that I want to get, which I know everyone's told me you're an idiot, is North American Arms. They make a mini revolver. Um,
Yeah.
so it's like this big. It's that big, and it folds.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah. You talking about the
dude.
credit card looking gun shit?
No, 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 no,
That
no, no.
no, it's an actual
Th-
revolver. Oh,
yeah,
it's the 22. It's the shoots the
yeah,
22 Magnum or 22
long,
long
yeah,
rifle, and the handle itself folds into it, right?
yeah, dude. I want
Yeah, I
that.
know
The reason
somebody
I
has one of those.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I want it because again, I always want to have this on me. It's something that it's a toilet plunger, right? That's what it is to me. I never want to use it. I never want to take it out. I never want to have a reason to use it. But if you clog up a toilet, you know, if there's something that needs to
it's
you need
there.
to
Yeah,
so for me if I get frisked and they make a big deal, which has happened before, like, oh shit, what's up, man? What's going on with that? It's like, well, the one place that I would like to have it on me is a fucking bar where people are drinking and they're gonna act a muck and it might
I
come to a
agree.
situation, So why am I being frisked? I guess yes, to prevent people from being idiots because you can't trust everyone. But I want
Yeah,
to have that because I could fold it, I could put it in my fucking gooch, and now I know that I have at least five. I have at least five chances to take care of a problem.
I
Um,
agree with you. I want to get something smaller too that I can do. Like have it. A little snub nose, maybe a little snub nose
yeah,
revolver or 38. 357 snub nose, some shit like that. I
I
th- I
think
think that'd be nice.
for you, my equivalent of North American Arms is this. Like you could hide this, like you and your
Yeah,
fucking
probably.
shit. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck.
a pretty big guy.
But
I'm
so that
6 foot, 250 pounds, so I'm a pretty big guy.
shit, man. Yeah, okay. That's the so next to me, I just look like fucking. If you ever seen that movie Twins with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's just,
Yeah.
hey man, hey dude, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Fuck. That's me and Peter, dude. When we're
I mean,
ima- I was gonna tell you, we went from California to Miami,
bro.
right, in a fucking RV, just me and him. And it's so stupid because he's there like fucking oh, like a bear. He's six, God knows what. He's 200 at all times. Um, I think 300 pounds at some point. He's a big fuck. And then I'm just like, hey man, yeah, trying to catch up with him, taking 17 steps. For every one step he takes, I'm there like, oh hey man, hey man.
Goddamn.
Yeah, it's rough, but
I'm
fuck
not
it,
gonna
man.
lie. The first time I noticed your height was
Uh-huh.
in a photograph with you and Peter.
Yeah, yeah,
That was the
yeah.
first time I was like, damn, the
I'm a
fuck.
short. I was gonna say a slur there, but I'm a short. Pigga. You know. um, but yeah, I blame my mom. My mom is. She was like 4'11", 210 for most of her life. Little fat fuck. Meatball. Little Cuban meatball. And then now she's lost weight, so she's 4'11", but still like like a little fat Cuban. Like, oye, papo, aquí, come, para ponerte fuerte. So it's
Like
one
a
of those.
torta.
Mm. She's a
Yeah,
tota, exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
100%. She's
I
a
got you.
little tota. But yeah, it's fucked. It's especially bad when it comes to like being a teacher because nobody takes you because they're taller than you, the kids. So you kind of have to be
Damn,
a little bit more aggressive.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because you're like, hey, dude, what are you doing, man? What the fuck is up with you? Like, what are you? If you're distracted, all right, you're not paying attention, and then I'm looking up to a fucking sixth grader. Great, fuck.
Yeah, that's what hit me initially when you said that. It's the fact that you were looking up.
hmm Yeah, that's I'm at people's crotch. That's where my eye line is. It's people's butthole. So I'm always constantly smelling just culo. It's the
Are you
absolute
ready for me
worst.
to roll into this next question that I've got for you, which is maximum virginity?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
What got you into magic? How did you first? What was your first magic effect that you seen? What was the first that you performed? What got you into it to where that you realize that this is something that's more than a hobby? You really like it. You want to
Mm.
make it a career.
Well, when I was younger, my mom would have conferences in hotels, and it's funny because now, looking back, she could have just been a prostitute, right? But no, she had conferences. She worked for a hospital, and we would watch every year. It would coincide with the world's greatest magic specials, right? Which
I
were
remember
from
those.
the
Yeah.
'90s. I don't know how old are you?
35.
35, same age. So I'm
Yeah.
35. I'm gonna be 36 in like 3 months, which is fucking AIDS. But so in the 90s, they had those specials, the world's greatest magic specials. And we would watch them, me and my brothers, and try to figure out like, card manipulation and shit. And I remember telling my mom was asking, oh, how do they do that little thing where they do this shit? And I'm like, oh, it's easy. There's a machine that they fucking have in the arm, and the machine pulls the, like, the for this shit. I can't do it, but like that shit, whatever that is, right?
Yeah,
Um, that's good that I can't do that, by the way, because that means I'm getting pussy regularly. But uh, so
I
I
can't do
used
it
to
neither.
tell her, well, yeah, because I'm sure you with your fucking, you roll up anywhere 6'4", fucking 200, and well, you're married. So I mean, I'm back
Yeah,
in the day.
I already got mine. Yeah, yeah, back in
Yeah.
the day.
But what was I going to tell you? So I would sort of come up with ways that they did it, and then my mom would buy me magic books, and then David Blaine, 1997, Street Magic. I had the same little fucking lame beard that he had. I remember I shaved my beard when I was in high school, and then I was going around, like, hey, hold the card, great. All right, don't move. I'm gonna do a switch. Doing his little two card money, awful. But then it was a kid I remember in middle school. He told me, I'm going to show you how I could float. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You can't just tease me with that. Right. And the entire day, I'm in my head thinking, dude, I'm going to float down the hallways. I'm going to get so much fucking culo. I'm going to get so much like fucking hand jobs. I'm gonna get some middle school action. I'm gonna get my hand held, right? Which in middle school, getting your hand held is like anal as an adult. Essentially, you're getting like, this is what we're looking for, right? At least me when I
Yeah.
was growing up. Uh, and then at the end of the day, he takes me. We go to a parking lot at the school, and he does the little fucking David Blaine one, right, where you step up, and I'm like, what?
Balducci, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, really? Is this what I've been masturbating all day thinking of? Like, I'm just gonna float down the hallway, like I'm fucking, I don't know, some morbid fuck. But that got the ball rolling. We had some rival magicians in the school. There was a kid I remember that,
No shit.
he, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was three magicians at that school, and my
What?
friend that did the little levitation, he had this DVD set by a guy named Rodney Reyes called School of Hard Knocks, right? And it's funny because now Rodney follows me on Instagram, so it's kind of weird. But and nobody liked that DVD. Everyone says universally that DVD was AIDS, like it was awful. I loved it. I thought it was perfect because that DVD taught me this thing, right? It was that. It had a bunch of like cardistry moves. It taught me the pass, which was interesting because I remember me and all three of us were sort of racing to see who could learn to pass, right? And this kid didn't want me to borrow that DVD from my friend because he didn't want me to learn to pass. And then what did I do? I fucking borrowed the
Ah,
DVD
shit.
from my friend. And then the next day, I did it awful, right? I was like doing it terribly then. But I remember then I'm like, hey, dude, like, fuck you, I learned it, piece of shit.
I use the pass
And
a lot. I use it like way. I use it even as like fucking color changes and shit
yeah,
like that. You know.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
use the pass a lot for a lot of
But
different things. That DVD might have been ass, but that was probably a diamond in the rough in that
mm,
DVD for sure.
imagine in middle school to learn a pass in
Yeah.
fucking middle school.
Right.
That's stupid. So from now it's like yeah, and I didn't even realize. And then Illusionist, you see their videos, and Brad Christian was heavy on the fucking riffle pass, right? Everyone
Yeah.
was kind of losing their mind over that shit. I'm like, wow, well, you could do it in that, and then you learn other things, and then it just got the ball rolling. And eventually I remembered just years later I had a migraine, and my ex-girlfriend, that bitch, she gave me like these fucking medicine with caffeine in it, and I guess I was kind of sensitive to caffeine, and I was sleeping and trying to sleep, and I was just thinking of ideas, and I remember I thought of the first videos for the channel, and maybe a week later I started shooting videos, and that's where this whole thing started from actually uh, getting into YouTube, because I got into YouTube late, arguably, which is awful because you
I did
regret it
too.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
you regret it. Like, because imagine had you gone in way longer, it just would have been, you would have been in a sort of a better point. I mean, granted, I'm very happy with even what I've gotten to where I've gotten in the actual industry itself, because YouTube to me is sort of like just an outlet. It's an outlet for just me being able to show what I think magic is, and be able to teach. So I got fired from being a teacher, but I'm still a teacher. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about that first video because
Mhm.
that's an interesting one. I don't know about you, but ever look back at the first videos you posted and like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She was ass.
Yeah.
And
No
not
drugs.
to say that I've improved dramatically because I have not, definitely
Uh-huh.
haven't. But I think the direction where
Mhm.
my channel went is more leaning into the interviews and getting to know other magicians. And I'm trying to study a lot on the side before making any
Mhm.
newer content. But um, tell me about that first video because
Well,
I went back and I watched it not that long and I was like, man,
yeah.
I fucking remember this shit, bro,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
is pretty funny. I think early on when I found your channel because I found you to be really entertaining. I watched like
Mhm.
some of your older videos and stuff, and then I went back probably a couple months ago. I don't know, it could have been
Mhm.
6 months ago. I don't remember. It all melts together, and I watched that first video again. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But it's hilarious. It really is
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. Well, thank you, man. But that was, I had this stupid idea, man. I wanted to have like a series, and I wanted to make it different, and that's kind of always been the sort of the drive behind the channel was to make it different, because too many people are doing the same shit. That's really
Yeah.
lame, fake, over the top happiness. Like I love Peter McKinnon, um, but you see his channel, and it's like I know you're lying, dude. Like I know you're lying. You're not happy. You're not overly ecstatic. I'm so happy to see your smiling faces. Hey guys, hey, card channel here, and I'm going to show you a crazy card trick.
Yep.
We're going to go through the classic ambitious card. And it's like, dude, you're probably on the verge of divorce. Like, like let's be honest, so it's this fake sort of. So I thought, I've always been edgy in terms of humor. I've always liked to make jokes about race and religion
Yeah.
and things that people find offensive, but about everyone, which throughout the years, obviously, you get accused of being racist and whatnot. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm an equal opportunity hater, right? I hate
I like
everybody
that.
equally. But when it came to those first videos, speaking of what up, the dog's barking. Uh, so the first, I had this concept for just how to do magic, and it started with you need your deck, you need your very first deck, you need your very first trick, and I was essentially ripping off things that I've seen on YouTube that I found interesting. Milo, not my dogs, by the way. This is the best part. Not my dogs, but I've grown to become a dog dad now because
I
of.
can't hear them if they're barking.
Oh, really?
No, on this side I can't hear it.
You know what it is, man? Apple and their fucking
Apple.
technology, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck. But beside the point is I just want to make it different, and I saw too many people doing the same shit. Funny enough, Jarek 120, I just made a video on him, right? His
Yeah.
style of like over the top sort of dubstep shit, and then you had 52 cards that was popular then too. Very sort of just milk toast, and I wanted to kind of make it a little bit annoying, so I just had that style, and then eventually it stemmed into tutorials, more regular tutorials, but with like more racy bits. And but that first video was great because it took me forever to fucking do, and forever to edit, and forever to shoot. And mind you, 3 minutes. I could probably diarrhea that right now. That same concept in like 2 seconds. But I didn't know what I was doing. I was figuring everything out um,
Yeah.
as I was going. I always loved cameras and I always loved shit. And my stupidity was, oh, I'm gonna buy a phone and use that as a camera. That's gonna be smart. No, because audio.
Yeah.
The audio sounds like AIDS. The fucking camera looks like shit, and then but it's not the camera. It's about the story, and I guess the story was interesting. And a lot of people found me through those first 10 videos. And also, one thing that people weren't doing is advertising. So I bought ads on YouTube. Very expensive at the time because I didn't know what I was doing, and I would put my channel ad on like Chris Ramsey, illusionist. I would put it on all these
Ah,
specific
okay.
channels. And then imagine you're about to watch a magic tutorial and you get this guy saying, "Oh, are you a virgin? Do you want to get pussy? Well, fucking follow my channel." So people subscribed, and then eventually they found me through that. A lot of people actually found me through Ramsey, through Ramsey's videos because I'd pop up on his recommended. Even some people that used to go to the school, they found me through there, which was hysterical because they're like, "Oh, I recognize your rings and your voice," and I'm like, If you tell anybody, I'll fucking kill you and your family." Um, Okay, and then that's why I wore the mask too, because I didn't want anybody to find me just from the channel. And it's funny that even with the amount of subscribers that it was, which wasn't a lot, people still found me within my own personal circle. like within the school,
Yeah.
within my friends, they still found me just through related videos. So it's like, it was good that I kind of hid it, because the last thing you want is for you to be in class and them to be like, "Hey, you remember the Black Lives Matter card trick from yesterday? That was good. That was good, dude." It's like,
Yeah. You definitely
great.
don't want that to pop up.
Now I'm fucked. Now
Yeah.
it's like undermined, and it becomes that. But I wish I started earlier, and I really do, because YouTube was a sort of wild west then, and that was late into when it was people were sort of discovering that this could be something actually viable, and it wasn't as oversaturated as it was then. And this is in 2016, which is already oversaturated from you know 2011 and 2013. So it was just interesting to find my niche, and I'm glad that through that it's been I've met so many people, and it's fucking weird, to be honest, looking back.
I think that's the best part is the people that you meet because
Mhm.
like someone I've met randomly through here in the comments section, and I started talking to them is Mads Lumbrick, and
Mhm.
he just had a something come out with Illusionist not that long ago, and
Mm.
we talk all the time now.
Cool.
We're like
Yeah, yeah,
we've
that's
become
exactly it.
pretty good friends. It's awesome.
Mhm. I had two my first friends in Magic were I don't know if you remember Russian Genius.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Vladimir. That he was fucking always, hey, you need to discover the mushroom, Piggy. You need to find the mushroom. The mushroom is it makes me think about things differently. And like, he was trying to get me on shrooms,
I
which is
don't know where
hysterical.
he's I don't know where he's been at, bro. Because he left some really nice comments in some of my videos, and I've been ever since I've been trying to like
Mhm.
get him to do an interview, which also he doesn't really reveal his face. At least I've never seen his face that I can remember.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but yeah,
mean, we talk like
I've been a big fan of his channel too.
1 year ago is the last video he posted, one
That's
year
what I'm
ago.
saying. He's been MIA for a while.
Mhm. Well, I mean, he was young. I think he was
Yeah.
really young, as a matter of fact. He says I'm 25, is what it says on his YouTube. I don't think so. I think he's a little older now. Or actually, no, he might be 25 now, because when we started talking, he was like fucking sperm. The guy was like 17, 18 years old.
Oh wow.
Um, and but he had a good mind on him as far as monetizing and business. Which is funny because my other first friend in Magic was Xavier Spade. I hated him, right? They thought that he was like this chummy little
Really?
young prick. Yeah. Just because they've had backs and forths. And um, the thing is that Russian Genius approached YouTube as a
Hmm.
YouTuber first and a magician second. So
Ah,
his logic was, if he saw something and learned it, he could teach it, right? Whereas Xavier is a sort of classic old school magician. So he thinks,
right.
no, fuck you, motherfucker. That's somebody else's. That belongs to somebody else. And I see both, because technically, I can, like anybody can. You could get a marketed item, a marketed trick, buy it, and then show it on camera. Who's gonna fucking stop you? Nobody's gonna. Like, it's
Yeah.
ethically shitty, ethically,
Ethically,
right?
right.
Yeah, but fuck you. You can do it. And that's the sort of mentality that Vladimir had. He was very YouTube about it. So he's like, okay, if he sees a color change and it's exposed and he could learn it, I'm going to show you how to do it. And, that got him a lot of good metrics, a good amount of money. I remember he was paying nothing for living. So he was fucking living it up. And at 18, having a
Wow.
channel that had over 500,000 subscribers, you're like this. You're just having all the fucking, I forgot where he lived, but he was just, I'm sure, getting ran through by Eastern European women, which is where you want to be in life. But then Xavier, I met him in Magi Fest the first time in 2017. I met him. I told him who I was, and my real name and all the other stuff. And we don't talk as much anymore. The last time I saw him was Magic Live last year, I think, in Vegas. Um, and it was great to catch up. He's one of those people that you could not talk to forever, and then when you talk to him, it's like you haven't stopped talking. Um, but he has certain views on magic that a lot of people find sort of confrontational. But I don't even know what he's doing now, to be fair, because he hasn't done anything either for a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen him neither for a little while.
Yeah,
But
I've been
what?
chugging
So,
along.
how do you feel about it? Because that's something that's also kind of plagued me with the thoughts of exposing magic and exposure, and it's kind of hammered home like by the old generation.
It's
I try
retarded.
not to do anything in shorts that's like
Uh-huh.
exposing? Because I don't know. I feel like maybe more people who aren't magician watch shorts.
Mhm.
Whereas to if you have a long form video, you have to sit there and wait and go through the whole tutorial to really understand what's going on. Like, can you teach something in 60 seconds versus, a
Yeah.
longer video where they have to wait to get the explanation? And how do you feel about that?
Well, it's obviously I'm biased because tutorials. I don't. It's not exposure to me. Magicians are
Right,
very lame. They're very fickle. They're very antiquated. And the thing is that it's the next step, right? So when books came out, people thought that that was going to ruin magic because magic was always this apprentice
right.
teacher sort of thing, right?
Yeah,
So books come out, and then books now are going to ruin it because you're in a library. You're not hiding, right? The magic section is there. It used to be where you would be able to find it between hobbies and games. You'd be able to get there and get whatever book you wanted. So that was exposing magic. Then VHS came out and Betamax and all these, forms of video that now I could buy a video and have like somebody watch it. So that's going to expose it. Then now DVDs and then now streaming. So this is just the next step up from that. So people are always going to be aware of methods. It's harder now because it's so much easier to Google context, right? Before,
right.
I guess if you were in the mid 2000s, it's a lot difficult to sort of, if you see a magician show you a trick, for you to go, okay, let me search up how this was done because searching wasn't really based a lot on context. And now with AI, you could look up, oh, magician takes out phone and tells me this, and then now it leads you to inject, you know, the app. So it's very easy now to find a trick.
Interesting.
So what I think people need to worry about rather than things being out there. Things are always going to be out there. There's no magic company in the planet that ever put their stuff and their products behind a paywall, behind a wall where it's like only to magicians. It's available to anyone. For 10
That is
bucks I
true.
could buy a
So
trick,
that's a
right?
good point.
So
Yeah.
you're fucking and this is it's funny because Justin Miller was one that had this argument forever and we were going to do a podcast together where it was like confrontational, right? Like it was going to be purposely confrontational because he disagrees with everything, that's I agree with, and I disagree with his stuff. But I think it would have been really good because it's like, this over the top thing, but it didn't work out. And he's one of the people that sort of defends that ideal. And I get his points too because you're coming in from this very sort of magic as a art that needs to be preserved and hidden. And I agree with that. I agree that some things should be kept. As lame as it sounds, it reminds me of something like professional wrestling. I don't know if you're a fan, right?
I've seen it, when I was younger, but I'm more of a boxing UFC guy when it comes to any
Yeah,
type of sport.
yeah. I love UFC now. I watch that fucking more than I watch wrestling. But the point about wrestling is that you could compare a lot of it to Magic because now wrestling. I don't know if you've been following it over the years or recently, but
Not
they're
recent.
all
The old school stuff, you can kind
yeah.
of reference and I'll understand, but not
Mhm.
any new stuff really.
Well, yeah, it's not specifics, but for example, they have shows called like Unreal now, where they go behind the scenes and they show
Mm,
you shit that years ago you would never thought you would see in wrestling.
right,
The
right.
writers writing the storylines, talking about how are we going to get this guy to win and the audience to react at their show? How are we going to like things that you would never see? And they're showing you the curtain. And I think behind the curtain is more interesting than what you see actually happen in the show. Like there's a lot of sort of interest there. And
There's
for Magic,
a lot of
yeah,
parallels to Magic there, really, right?
yeah, the concept is called kayfabe, right? So in wrestling, kayfabe used to be that you would, and Max Maven even wrote about this, that concept in Magic. But kayfabe was keeping the character no matter what, no matter fucking what, no matter what happens. And it's funny because you see this now with Oz Perlman. I don't know if you've noticed that he's blown up, and he's
Yeah,
sort of walking the fine line of being the sort of person that's doing magic tricks, but sort of claiming that he's doing it by physiological means. I'm looking at you. Okay, you
right.
looked at me that way. That's a two. It's Darren Brown, but
Body
modernized.
reading, sort of, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's not fucking doing that. He's doing pre-show. He's doing classic shit, right? And now
right.
there's all these exposure videos going over how he's possibly looking into you and reading. And it's funny because
A lot of
he's
it's
keeping
BS. Yeah,
he's keeping kayfabe. He's sort of what I think is a good example of someone that is exposure proof because you have the two departments of people that are saying it's fucking tricks and people that are thinking that what he's doing is real going against each other. on YouTube comments and on Facebook going after, oh yeah, he's using real body language, and it's like, no, he's doing tricks.
But I
But
don't
no,
understand what the problem is there, really, because okay, so he's not specifically saying he's reading bodies. He's just saying certain
mhm,
things,
yeah,
right? That
mhm,
maybe a body language expert would also pick up on. He's not
yeah,
saying he's a body language expert, first of
mhm,
all, so he's not claiming to be anything.
yeah, true,
Second of all, we know he's a showman. We know
yeah,
he's a performer. So that in context itself should tell you exactly what this guy's doing, what's really happening here. So I don't understand
mhm.
what the issue is. It's pretty clear. Is it just uh old school, new school, like clashing? What's going on with that? I'm not,
It's
I don't
an
understand.
ethical thing, and it's the same argument that happened with Darren. And you notice again, these are nothing is new. Nothing is fucking new, right? These are the same arguments that we've been having forever. In Magic, the same arguments that they've been having about exposure and about tutelage and tutorials and all whatnot. The same dilemmas happen with like Os Perlman, that happened with Darren Brown, that happened before with what's his name, that he would find the checks in the audience. He was a mental Kreskin, right? I don't know if you remember Kreskin in the 90s.
Kreskin,
That
no, not ringing a bell.
he's like a mentalist, but he would have this thing where he would hide the check for the show among the audience, and he would find it, using body language and whatnot. And if he didn't find it, he wouldn't get paid. Like all these crazy sort of demonstrations, but bordering on the line of real, right? And
But that's they're there watching the show. Like I don't
exactly,
like
kayfabe. It's kayfabe.
all
So
right,
wrestling is
all
the
right.
same shit. You're looking at the Undertaker, right, in public, and the Undertaker is wearing all black, and he has fucking eyeliner on, and he's sort of dark and moody, and he's not talking to anybody. That's not Mark Calloway. Mark Calloway's a
Right.
fucking tobacco chewing fucking redneck. He's there fucking. He's
Yeah.
like a biker. He's like a loud, bodacious. But that's kayfabe, right? So in Magic, you wonder because now information is available very easily. Information is available like instantly to you. If even while you're watching a trick, you could just be Googling, oh, he had me pick a card and the card's backwards in the deck. Okay. And it's going to lead you to invisible deck. Right. So you
Yeah.
have to circumvent that. And I think the way you circumvent that is with the idea that your presentation and your patter and your the way that you're delivering the trick is so engaging that they don't give a shit, that they don't give a fuck, they don't care. And if they don't care about the method because they're engaged in the plot, they're engaged in your character,
But
they don't give a shit.
th-
So even if
that's
there
exactly
is,
what a good performance should be doing.
yeah, which to be fair, a lot
Right.
of times are not. It's not practical because of time constraints, because of limitations. You might be
Right.
restricted in the environment that you find yourself in, so you can't really. But
Yeah, that's
then you
true.
you sort of you make up for it with character. You make up for it by being an entertaining person, and then they don't give a shit about the trip because they just care about you and this weird thing that's happening. So if they're looking things up, it's because they're looking things up because of a sort of like a lull in the performance, because of a downtime in the performance, because something happened,
Right.
because maybe you're challenging their credibility,
That's a
you
good
said
point.
something. So there's
Right.
a lot of times that that happens, and it's really not an issue of Magic, it's an issue of the performer. And as far as exposure, the information's there. I'm not gearing my content towards people that are not interested in Magic. Everything that I do is geared towards somebody that has an interest. So
Yeah.
if somebody that comes across the tricks that don't have an interest, well, so be it. That's the nature of social media. But I think that it's a very antiquated sort of mentality that needs to be sort of stepped over, and I don't think it ever will be, just because it's time and time again. It's the same. The new generation is ruining us. This Generation Z is fucking ruining us. Yeah, they are. That's what I think because I'm fucking a millennial. Because I think yeah, they're fucking fuckasses with their stupid fucking terms and their
Yeah.
Lexapro stares, right? Where it's just like I don't know if you've heard the Gen Z stare.
The Gen Z's there? No.
Yeah,
What is that?
that like ask any person that's like Gen Z, like born
Uh-huh.
above the year 2000, any question, and they just fucking
No,
look
I've
at you
never
like,
noticed that. What?
yeah, it's a thing. It's a fucking genuine thing.
And it
And
seems
the
to be
problem
getting
is,
worse with Gen Alpha. I mean, the,
and you
I
know
don't
why?
even
It's a fucking. I think it's
iPad kids.
dopamine. Yeah, but that what is that? iPad. It's self instant gratification. It's dopamine. It's a
Dopamine, right?
dopamine addiction where you can't. And I find myself doing that same shit too. Where even on the airplane on the way here, I had my iPhone and I had the iPad, and then I'm listening to a movie on the fucking screen. I'm like, you're obsessed because your attention span is becoming reduced because of the necessity for your body to have dopamine. And it's
Right.
just this constant need for it. And what gives you that? Oh, this funny meme, this funny thing. Let me keep scrolling. Right. So it's that. It's not really their fault. It's the product of their their
Environment.
time that they're yeah, exactly. So it's very shitty.
Yeah.
But again, it's we're not immune to it. And you know who's even less immune to it? The fucking boomers, dude. The fucking the same people that are telling you, oh, these people are on their phones all day. Every single boomer that I know, every single fucking minute of the day is like this. Just put their glasses down, fucking they'll watch it. And now they're even more fucked because AI is getting so good at video generation
They
that
can't tell the difference beteen that and reality. I noticed
yeah.
that.
So they'll be looking, oh no, you gotta watch out because the people that look at this guy, he got his head blown off. No,
And you're
dude,
like,
that's
that's
on
not real.
the Sora watermark is there. You fuck. You see the little Sora.
Yo, that's pretty bad when the Sora AI watermark is there and they still
Yeah.
think it's real.
No, man, it's
That's
fuck. So they're
crazy.
even more fucked than we are. But
Yeah.
I'm at least holding this last bastion. I still buy a newspaper. I'm there reading it, smoking a cigar, enjoying my physical written press. I try to write in writing as much as possible, just because I'm trying to keep that. You
What
know.
cigars do you like? Cuban?
No, no. Cuban cigars, in my experience, that's the thing. That they taste like shit, like actual shit.
Too
Because
strong?
no, no, they
Oh,
taste like hay, like manure. Like there's a very
God
when it comes to
damn.
Cuban cigars. Do you know about cigars?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I smoke cigars. I used to smoke
Okay,
more heavily, but I don't smoke anymore. But I'll smoke a cigar every once in a while.
okay. But that's the funny thing.
Cigars,
Whenever
bourbon. Yeah.
there you go, fucking. I'm a cognac pigga.
I'm a
Fucking
man's
cigars,
man, bro. Cigar, bourbon, you know.
chest hair. Look at that shit. Look at that fucking gerbil that's
I don't have
there.
as much as you, but I got some down here.
Okay, and you got what tattoo is that?
It's either this one, that's my daughter's name,
Okay.
or this one, New York.
Yankees.
Yeah.
Every person in Colombia, every single person has a fucking New York Yankees cap, and I guarantee you they don't
Really?
know what the fuck it is. Yeah, they don't know what it is. And I even
I'm
bought
actually
a.
I'm originally from Queens, Jamaica,
I could
Queens.
tell. I could fucking tell. I could tell that you're a New York Puerto Rican. Fuck
Thanks.
yeah,
I don't know
Xavier
if
is a New York Puerto
that's
Rican.
that.
It's
Is he?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Look at this. Every other person I put the fake on it by the way. But so there's a Louis V hat that I bought in Colombia. Fake as shit. Dude, everybody wears the fakest shit in Colombia. Fake Hugo Boss hats. A shirt, like imagine a tank top like this that just says Gucci on it. Gucci doesn't make shit like that. But to them, they're like, no,
That's
no, no, esto
hilarious.
bacano. This is bacano. This is paise. It's fucking hysterical.
Wow.
But I just saw that and it reminded me of Colombia instantly. Um, what the fuck? Some virginity. What was the last virginity you were mentioning?
Shit. I kind of forgot. Hold on.
It wasn't magic related. It was
It wasn't magic
uh
related.
chest hair. Oh, cognac and cigars. Yeah,
Oh
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's
Right, right. Fuck yeah. See, that's not virginity related, so we can't remember it.
yes, it is because there's I would argue more virginity in cigars than there is in magic because they're
Really?
just like people. I like infused cigars. I like flavored cigars. Right? Hit me with a fucking coffee flavored
What kind of
cigar.
flavor? Coffee? Okay, I could do coffee. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm a big coffee guy too.
exactly.
I
Right?
fuck with that. Yeah.
There's a company called Java that makes flavored cigars that taste unbelievable, infused,
Or like bourbon
beautiful.
infused is really good too.
Yeah, there's one by Gurkha called I forgot what, but it's a triple Louis V, not Louis V, Louis the 13th cognac infused, right? Cigar tastes like fucking whiskey and sorry, like brandy. Beautiful,
All right.
right? People don't like that. They consider you a bitch in the cigar community if you're having flavored cigars, and I'm like, fuck you.
But
I
if they're
smoke what I want to
flavoring it
smoke.
with fucking liquor,
Yeah, I
like
know,
I
I
mean,
know.
that's two very manly things:
Yeah,
coffee, liquor. I mean, cigars.
no,
What
no,
the
you're a
fuck?
pussy. Which is why
I
it's funny
still
because
think
whenever
peanut butter whiskey's ass though. Just throwing that out there.
I'm looking at it right now, man, and I'm salivating till later so I can have
I
some
drank a
fucking.
whole fucking bottle of that shit.
Really?
When, yeah, my sister offered. She's like, "You want it?" And I was already drunk, so I was like, "Yeah, fuck it." And I ended up drinking the whole bottle. and I had that fucking peanut butter nasty taste in my mouth for like the next day. So that kind of threw me off. I was just like, oh, what is this? Why is this happening?
Nah, I'm so lame too. I'll mix that shit with like fucking coffee liqueur. I'll fucking have my own little
What?
makeshift, yeah, hard coffee.
That might be a little bit better. That might be better than
Yeah.
drinking it straight. I'll
You
give you that.
think? I think it's one step removed from sucking a black dick. Like I think it's just one step below. Just grabbing a fucking monster hog and just
Yo, this fucking guy,
um
bro.
but yeah, there's virginity in that. But I like all cigars. Like I'm a cigar enthusiast. I have notes of like different flavor profiles of cigars and shit. But
So okay,
again,
if you were to recommend a cigar to me, somebody who likes
yeah.
bourbon, whiskey, and that type of stuff, what would you recommend?
Well, depends. Do you like to
I
get
don't
like
like any
hammered?
kind of like fruity flavored type of shit. You know, I like
Okay.
coffee does sound good. Coffee
Well,
cigar
the
sounds great.
my favorite cigar is called it's from Drew Estates Sweet Jane. I don't think you'll like that one. The one that I'll recommend that's a very cigar is called the Aging Room Quattro. It
Aging
won
room
Cigar of the
quattro.
Year 3 years ago. It's
Okay.
uh
Oh, I lost you there. Oh no, we lost sound. Oh, hold on. You're coming back. You're frozen too. All I see is straight pure virginity. Oh, dude, you got to call your uncle to come fix this. What's happening right now? Oh, these. Yeah, all right. I hear you, but you're still frozen on this side. They right? I was. Yeah, it was pure virginity. Looking at it. Okay, wait. Yeah, yeah. It's an interesting. Oh shit. Okay. Adrian Watcher. Okay. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Really? Oh, okay. I confused that with like the liquor inside of it.
son. Let me see if I put a
Oh,
filter. Oh,
oh,
there you
hold
go.
on. You're back. There,
Calling about your
finally.
line of credit. Let me tell you what I fucked up in. I made an account on one of these credit check things, right? Because I want to brag about my fucking credit
Yeah.
score to a friend of mine. Because your boy's out here on time. I never missed a payment. I'm always on time. Uh, and ever since, I've gotten nonstop phone calls saying, "Hey, I'm here calling you about your business loan that you asked for." Nonstop. No, it makes me want to. You know what it makes me want to do, bro? It makes me want to. You know.
You know, actually, I use an app called
Mhm.
RoboKiller, and what it does is it wastes their time.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know
really
if you've
funny.
ever heard
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. It picks up and then it,
Yeah, and then it records the
so
conversations
good.
too. So I've got, but you gotta make sure to turn it off. Like if, for example, I went to, wanted to get my
Uh huh.
oil changed, right? And they're supposed to call me and let me know when the vehicle's being ready to pick up. And they hit the robo thing, so the guy's on there for like 40 minutes with this thing before he
Yeah.
finally
It's a fuck ass.
realizes, and it is just
That's so good.
hilarious, bro. I need to post it because it's
That's so
hilarious.
good.
But yeah, so just make sure when you have
Yeah.
somebody who, because there's like different
Hmm.
settings. You can have where it only blocks like what is perceived to be spam, and then there's the other setting where it blocks everybody who's not in your
I was gonna say
contacts,
that like
and that's what I had it on.
my mom would
Yeah,
get stuck with that shit. Like Papa, nah, Papa, like just talking for 3 hours. Meanwhile, it's a fucking robot.
right.
I was saying I got drunk on that cigar with nicotine. But it's funny because now I'm on these fucking this one right here from your boy. I don't know if you recognize the. I don't know if you're into these, by the way. The little
Is that
no, these are
ALA?
Alp.
No, I've never really got into them. Yeah, I never
This
really
one
got
is
into them.
accompanied by Tucker Carlson, and then this one is one that's
All right, that's where I recognized it
yeah. He
from.
has a
Right.
little tactical thing. I haven't.
He went with he was doing the Zens at one point, and then he
Yeah,
started doing
yeah.
those. Right.
Because Zin he made a joke that Zin gave him better boners, and then they sent him a letter saying that that's
Yeah.
not true and he shouldn't say that. And then he's like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna make my own." But the problem is that it says it's uh, in India, so these are produced in India. Not a good look, not a
Hmm.
good look. Because he's
Yeah.
Alp.
Does this smell like Indian food?
That's what I'm worried about. Because I'm not racist, right? People think, oh, from the jokes I make on the channel, there's a certain level of sort
Yeah.
of
I mean,
pushing back that I have on India, just because I have Indian friends, right? I have Indian friends; they're great, but India as a whole scares me to death. Their water, I think there's a river in India that's not considered water from how polluted it is, because you just have my fit
yeah, it's pretty
somebody
bad.
washing their face and then somebody fucking just ruining their entire, like, just unloading their
Blowing blowing their shit into the river
yeah.
while the other guy's down there. I saw that meme. That's
There
pretty
was
pretty
one that was
funny.
unloading a shit truck. It was like one of those trucks that has fucking things from yeah, and it
Manure or
was
some
unloading
shit.
it on the river, and then there's a lady washing her clothes on the same one, right? And then these I love these
Goddamn, bro.
white bitch tourists that go to India and they're like, no, I gotta bathe myself in the Ganges. And they're there, and then the screen goes to black and they're in the hospital. We're losing them. We're losing her.
I just think it's a fucking shame that you have to like even say I'm
Mhm.
not racist because there's so many people out there that get fucking butthurt, but nobody thinks for example, Chappelle
Yeah.
is racist, but he says a lot of fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
But obviously,
Yeah.
it's
But
it's a have a sense of humor,
well, it's happened to me
So
before too. Funny enough, with the channel, it's happened a lot. I remember I was wearing, I had a shirt that the Pig Lives Matter shirt, and I was at my local
yeah.
bar, and some lady was like, "What's that?" I go, "What?" She goes, "What's that shirt mean?" I go, "The pig.
Oh God.
I like pigs, and I think their lives matter." And then she got her and her friend, and they left the bar because of my shirt. And it wasn't even an offensive shirt. It just says "Pig Lives Matter," right? And it's just a fucking, because how many? It's not like they were doing anything. What were they doing, right? Fucking buying mansions and
Right.
cars and shit. They weren't donating. They weren't helping.
I was gonna say, yeah. Anybody who just wants to look into it, go ahead and look into it. Look at the fucking shit show that Black Lives Matter is, and what did they do to help?
Nothing. Nothing, dude. But listen,
Can
bro. Do you
anybody tell me that?
remember? I don't want
Yeah.
to name
So,
magicians. All right, but there was a magician that donated ten
mm,
thousand dollars and was sort of shaming others, saying, "Hey, man, what are you doing? You're not doing anything to help the cause." And then meanwhile, like, I don't want to, it's not political. I don't want to turn political, but in order for you to donate to Black Lives Matter, you have to donate through Act Blue, which is the Democratic payment platform. So why would I have to do that if it's
right.
apolitical,
Yeah.
right? If it's an apolitical issue, this is no, it's a
It's
very
not.
politicized.
It's
So
obviously not.
I remember
Yeah.
that, and I was like, bro. And again, a joke shirt that said "Pig Lives Matter." It's not a big deal. It just says, whatever, and it had a pig on it. It's funny. It's topical, but that was it's just people get offended way too easily, and it's stupid. Because why bother? Why fucking?
Yeah.
We're here for a limited amount of time. Don't waste it getting offended at stupid jokes.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to interview you. We seem to be have a lot of the same
I
views, I
noticed.
guess you could say. Very similar views, which is cool. And I have no problem with interviewing somebody else who has the complete
Yeah.
opposite viewpoints of me. But the thing is, the other side doesn't feel that way. They won't have a conversation with someone who has
Nope.
different views, and which is it's kind of mind blowing to me because that's how you can come to a consensus by having a conversation
Well,
and
just
airing things out, and maybe you might think about something differently that you haven't thought before. And I
mhm.
do that all the time in magic and everything else in life, and that's
Well,
how
you
it
agree
should
to
be.
disagree, right? And then it's fine. You just move on. The amount of times
Right.
that I've
That's how
had
it should be.
arguments
Yeah.
with my friends about politics and whatnot and life and religion. And then obviously you're going to have your stance. I'm going to have my stance because we're raised in a certain way, right? You'd
Right.
have a different stance if you were born a fucking one sperm away. You'd have a completely different stance potentially.
Yeah.
So why is it that we're arguing? Why is it that we're having such a fucking fervorish debate when the people that are benefiting from this are making millions? They're just eating shit, right? Like, it's just stupid.
They want us to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
separate,
stupid.
right?
But either way, it happens way
I
too
agree.
often, and I find myself too in what I'm God, there's this one fucking loser on Facebook that I wanted to argue with, and he bitched out because I told him, "Oh, come on a live stream and we'll argue." Panda guy, I think was his name, fucking nerd. Um, that every single time my name would come up, he'd be like, "Oh, pig cake, yeah, too bad he's a fucking racist." I'm like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm fucking not." And I know
That's
you
crazy.
hear that sort of stereotypical argument of I have friends of a certain race. I can't be racist. The truth of the matter is, if you have friends of a race that is different, you can't be fucking racist because you'd be a bad racist. What good of a racist am I if I have friends? For
Yeah,
example, let's say I'm racist against Latinos and I have Latino friends. I'm a bad racist. I'm a fucking bad racist because why would I? If I'm intolerant of their ilk, how would I be racist in that context? I can't. I'm a bad racist in that way. So he thinks because I make jokes, black jokes, that I'm racist. They're jokes, and I offered a
no,
debate. And he
they're just
said,
jokes.
"Oh, fucking, I don't want to give you numbers." I'm like, "Number? I've never had numbers on my channel. Are you fucking retarded? Have you ever seen my channel? I don't get numbers. I get fucking, I get,
First of all, you can tell the difference when somebody says something
yeah, yeah,
in
of course,
hatred versus when somebody is, being comedic, when somebody's
yeah,
using comedy to express themselves. It's two different
yeah,
things completely. And furthermore, you have the First Amendment right to express yourself
that,
however you'd like. So shut the fuck
well,
up
that is
past that.
true. Unfortunately, that just prevents uh, arrest, right? It's not freedom without consequence, rather, which I've learned, right? Which is the shitty part. It
It
should
should
be, but
be.
then now you're policing. You're
Yeah.
sort of putting a loop there, which you can't really fix. But you are right. You could say whatever.
They have the rights to express themselves
Exactly.
against
Yeah.
our opinions, and
Yeah.
vice versa. So I
Mhm.
mean,
Which is I've the unfortunate part when it comes to magic and trying to make a living in magic is that man, you'd be surprised, man. A lot of magicians, actually, no, you wouldn't be surprised. A lot of magicians have a certain opinion that are very sort of prone to be offended at anything. And
I've seen that.
it
Yeah.
happened to me with when I was doing videos for Illusionist, and it was kind of unfortunate because I've always wanted to work with Illusionist or for them. And I only got the opportunity to do it for like a couple months just because they got so much sort of negative feedback from a very vocal minority, just based on little things.
Wow.
I had a shirt that said "short but my dick tall," and people got offended at that. And then they got offended at
Why? What is offensive
because
about that?
kids are watching this. It's like kids have access to way worse things. Okay, if your kid's on Roblox,
Right.
he's probably talking to like a 40-year-old rapist, right?
Yes.
Like it's
Exactly.
you're being fucking asinine because I had a joke shirt on. The other one was I had a video that I made for them where I made a phone vanish. Right, it was like that trick where it's in a phone case and then you turn on the flashlight and then the light disappears and then you show the thing.
Right.
And I said, oh, you could
The
gaslight
cases
your
are.
partner into thinking that your phone never existed. And then the comments were like, do you even know what gaslighting is? I was in an abusive relationship. And it's like, well, that's not what the point was. Now
Oh
you're
God.
extrapolating my
No.
joke and saying, yeah, but I got hit by a
Making it
yeah,
personal too.
you made a phone back. I got hit by a bear once. It's like, what's that have to do with? Now you're just trying to interject your own bit into a joke that had no relevance whatsoever. So unfortunately, that went away because of that. And I haven't been able to work with a lot of magic companies because of the style of humor that I have, just openly. I still work with them and they still sell my shit, but it's still one of
Right.
those things where a lot of people are sort of apprehensive just because of it's like telephone, right? I made one joke once that snowballed into me saying other stuff that I never said, that I've never done or whatever. And then now, people are a little bit apprehensive, which is
Yeah.
shitty, but I guess that's just the fickle nature of magicians that they're very,
I've seen other people that
Mhm.
that's happened to, where they'll say one thing, and like you said, the telephone game, and next thing you know, now they're a racist. Now they said
Yeah.
this and that, and it happens all the time when nobody ever goes to the source. They just hear and accept what
Hmm.
somebody else is
And
telling
the
them.
best part is by the very virtue of their argument, I'm incapable because I am, my friend, a minority. I'm Egyptian. I'm Cuban. All right.
Yeah.
I'm one of you guys. Hey, fucking I'm part of the issue. I'm being repressed myself as a budding white man telling a Latino man, do you realize what my parents went through escaping communism in Cuba? Oh, do you? No, you don't. From your nice white home.
The guilt
Yeah,
trip is
dude. So by their
crazy.
rules, I'm untouchable. I'm untouchable by their rules, which again I don't agree with because it's stupid. It's asinine to think that you can't be a certain way because of the way you look, the way you act. It's like no, everyone's capable of acting in a bad way. But again, jokes. These are jokes. They're not meant to be taken seriously. They're not meant to
Right.
be a sort of like this is there. It's fucking parody. It's a parody, and then I was having this conversation with I don't know if you know Eric Tate. Yeah, so he's the
Yeah.
guy from Penguin. He's not a friend, but
Great
yeah,
fucking
but
beard, bro.
we're very amicable. We're very very amicable. Every
Yeah.
time I see him, I give him a big hug because he's been nothing but great to me. But he agrees, he disagrees with everything that I stand for, and that's his thing. That's great on his end. I sort of agree with his ability to do so, and I remember we had
Right.
he did a podcast that I was on for Penguin Magic, and we're talking about that, about my language and how, for example, some people might get offended at the fact that I say virgin because that could be sort of derogatory towards people that may have a hard time getting laid. And I said, look, at the end of the day, I'm the one telling these jokes. Does anybody want to be me? Like, look at me. I'm short, right? I'm balding.
This
I
guy.
I may I do magic tricks for a living. Like, does anybody really want to be me? So am I really punching down on anybody? No, I'm always punching up. Nobody wants to be me. So why would, anybody be offended at me punching and saying stupid jokes when always I'm punching up? So he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a good point." And it's funny because again, it's just a sort of semantic argument that I'm making at that point, but at the end of the day, it's all jokes. It's parody. It's humor. Like there's no room for being offended. If you don't like it, just don't fucking watch it. Don't look at it. Don't see it. But
But honestly, we need more people like him because he can still
mm,
disagree with you and still hold a
yeah,
conversation with
yeah,
you. So we need way more people
yeah.
on that side that are like that
Uh huh.
disagree with us but can still hold a conversation. That's important. We
My
really
my
need that.
favorite thing, and the reason I have a lot of respect for him, and I don't want to sound bigoted, right, when I say this, but on Facebook there was a thread where a guy was complaining because the International Brotherhood of Magicians, the IBM, they didn't post a rainbow flag in Pride Month on their thing. So the whole argument,
But they're not
that's
obligated
the
to.
thing, right? So the comments is funny because there's a lot of people going, "Yeah,
Yeah.
that's stupid. They're not representing." And then Eric, who's a bisexual man, he comes in a thread and he goes, "Listen, I'm as gay as it comes, and this is irrelevant. Having a fucking stupid
Right.
rainbow on a thing doesn't mean shit. It's just virtue. It's bullshit." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's
Right. Yeah.
exactly it. That's exactly right. Because why are you fake sort of postulating this opinion just to cater to a movement when it's just something you should exist with. It's something you should live with. Have respect for other people. Have respect despite their views, despite their preferences. Why would you have this sort of necessity to be like, guess what, guys? I just want you guys to know that for this month, I'm thinking about you guys. I'm thinking about you. Like fuck you, you fucking idiot. It's lame, but I remember seeing that. I'm like, yeah, this
Yeah.
guy's fucking his head's on right. But I remember him telling me he was hammered at Blackpool. He goes, dude, like 6 months ago, I wouldn't even talk to you, dude. I wouldn't have even talked to you, man. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he goes, I just wouldn't even
Wow.
talk to you, bro. As I guess something was happening in the country, and I don't know if he was at a certain belief, but whatever. But I remember that. I'm like, that's so funny. That's so fucking. And he never elaborated. He never elaborated on that. But then again, I've been hammered at. I don't know if you know Brian Brushwood from Scam School. Yeah,
Yeah. 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 Somebody else I really want to get on this
he's
show here
great.
too, but
He's
kind of hard to get in touch with. I've watched Scam School since I
yeah,
was like way young. That's like the first like oh shit,
yeah, yeah,
somebody's teaching
yeah,
magic.
and
What the fuck's going on here?
and well
So yeah,
produced and well like edited and like. But
yeah, something. All right, so maybe this is a Mandela effect because I remember watching it on fucking Spike TV.
no,
Am I
no,
crazy?
he got a show at Spike TV.
Okay, but when I looked it up, it said it was never on
Well,
Spike
it was
TV.
Spike. It was on some network. It was on some like one of those like man networks or one of those uh, like
Right, which I thought 1,000% was Spike TV. So I don't know if this is one of those weird things,
uh
but
But it was
Yeah.
on some a lot of syndications. Like it was on a lot of stuff, which is weird because it's one of those things that made a move from like
Okay.
internet to TV, and then I don't think it worked well on TV,
Right.
so it
Right.
kind of came back to. But he had a show. I remember he had a show, like an actual television program.
Right. Is it my? I'm not crazy then.
But
Okay.
the point is
All
that I
right.
was so hammered.
That's something I wanted
Mm.
to ask him about because. No, anyway, go ahead.
I kept
My bad.
challenging him to a fight in Magic Live. Like every time I saw him, I'm like, Brushwood,
What?
today's your day. Like like fucking challenging him, obviously, as a joke. But I don't think he took it as a joke.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think it got to the point where he's like, hey, "Dude, are you serious? Like, what's going on? I don't know if you're joking or not." I'm like, "You'll find out." I was just trash. But every time I saw him, I'd fucking challenge him to a fight, and I'm like, I guess he didn't think it was a
Oh
joke. It
my
was so
god.
funny. But I was hammered. I was hammered the entire time I was in Magic Live. We rode motorcycles. Peter had me rent this stupid fucking. I ride bikes. Like I have a fucking pussy bike. It's a Yamaha V Star, right? It's a nice, good, compact
Okay.
650 cc, right? So it's fairly speedy.
Yeah.
But he had me ride a Harley that was a 1200 that was way too big for me, right? Down the desert with him, and he rides bikes. He's a big motherfucker.
It's a lot. Yeah.
In Vegas, I hated it. I hated every fucking moment of it because I'm riding this bike that I'm uncomfortable with. I'm smelling. We're going back to the convention. When we got back after like 6 hours of riding in the desert, going forest shit, which I've never done before on a bike. I always just ride around, the city. I had the coldest beer, and I think it was the best beer of my life. And then that's when I got hammered and challenged Brian Brushwood to fight. So yeah, so
Huh.
yeah, if you get him on, yeah, Pig Cake, I had Pig Cake, and
I'm gonna ask him about that.
he
Hey,
was
what's up with
joking.
you and Pig
You know,
Cake? You
he
guys
was
beefing?
joking, right? He was joking because
Yeah.
I love him, man, and I remember
Yeah.
a bunch of times I've left comments on his stuff, and he's like, "Hey,
Does he not know that you were
I don't
joking?
know,
Like
I
to
don't
this
know. I
day?
think Uh, I'll tell you what.
I gotta get him on. I gotta get him on. That's
There's another guy on
hilarious.
Facebook that wants to do an interview. That told me from the very beginning that he disagrees with me on a lot of stuff. That he's like very, very
That's right. You mentioned it on a
yeah,
live,
yeah, yeah.
right?
That he wants to do an interview, and he mentioned getting Brushwood on. That he mentioned, oh, talking to Brushwood, and I asked him, I'm like, hey, it's funny. I got hammered, and I kept challenging him to a fight. Could you tell him that I was joking? And he goes, oh, and he kind of ignored it. So I don't know, but Brushwood's definitely interesting.
Who is
No
this guy,
idea.
by the way?
No idea. Just some random guy. But he wants to
Okay.
talk about like I assume the video that I made forever ago talk how female magicians don't exist. That's a video that on Facebook
Okay.
for some reason again.
I mean, it's a rarity, that's
That
for sure.
video, fucking bro, the amount of comments I got on Facebook from that fucking video of like female magicians going, "I'm
Broke
a
the
female
internet.
magician. I exist." I'm like, yeah, I know. That's not the point of the video. You can't. But I was very clever when it came to that video. Sorry to take this off on a tangent.
Could you say that again? I
Oh
can't
God, yeah,
hear you.
nice. But in that video, I was very clever because I used the word retarded on purpose because I knew that if they got offended at the word
Right.
retarded and didn't watch the rest of the video, their argument is null and void, right? And then also in that video, I go over just it's not that female magicians don't exist; it's that you're magicians. You're magicians, and female magicians tend to
Ah,
they're
I like that.
complaining often about
Yeah.
them being sort of typecast into a certain role and as assistants or whatnot and typecast as like, oh, they're a female magician. I'm like, no, my argument was that you're a magician, you are a magician, and if you want to be treated as a magician, why are you taking advantage of the fact that you are a minority of a minority and branding yourself as a female magician? Why? Because you know it works. Because you
Right.
know that that's going to get you more attention than what a normal magician would, or normal, I say a male magician, because there's more of us. There's way more male magicians than there are female magicians. So you're going to stand out if you have a modicum of talent and if you brand yourself as a female magician. So my point was that you're not a female magician, that you're a magician.
Right.
You're part of the group. You're part of the whatever fraternity, if you want to call it. So,
I agree with you
but then
100%.
that's not their argument. Their argument was, I'm a female, I'm a magician, so I'm a female magician. It's like, well, that's not my point. And a lot of people, it just went again. I got called a bigot, a sexist,
Right.
every word in the book.
I mean, you're either a good magician that people want to go see, or
And
you're not. I mean, I saw a female magician, a friend of mine,
mhm,
Ari Rose, here not that long ago in Tampa, and
yeah,
she was great.
but the problem is that I think that there's a lot of female magicians that aren't talented, and they're only there on the merit of their looks,
Right.
and it's very sort of like, oh no, what? You're saying she's not a good magician?
I can see what you mean
Mhm,
by that. I can see what you mean by that because I've seen some things that I'm like, wow, that it doesn't seem how it doesn't correlate with how far this
mhm.
person is advanced in like where they are
Yeah,
socially in social media and standards and where they are versus what they can actually do and
exactly, and they
perform.
have an advantage.
So I know exactly
Well,
what you're
they have
saying.
the
Right.
advantage that they could be mediocre and still be considered fucking amazing just
Yeah.
because they're a minority of a minority. But even then, it's like you have eyeballs. You have the ability to go, wow, that looks like shit. But had they been a male magician performing the exact same trick in the exact same way, I don't think they would be any near as
Right.
popular as they are. And if that's
And I don't think they're gonna get as much
Mhm.
correction neither because they are they're
Exactly.
females and
And the moment you
so
say anything, and you have all the fucking guys come out of the fucking from their closets going, "No, she's great. What are you talking about? You sexist." Like it's just one of those, and it's like, well, that's not really the case. It's you could see it. You have eyeballs. I'll send you a video
right.
that.
And you're not saying they're not great. You're just saying that they need to improve in
Yeah,
XYZ
yeah. And
category.
there's a man, there's so many
That's it.
now that I'm like constantly fucking. There's one Gabrielle Liker, Lester or something that I see her pop up on TikTok that I'm like, you're fucking tremendous. Like her timing. There's another one on Instagram that I follow that's fucking great. She's like young too. What's her name? Let me see if I can find her here. I think I met her in Blackpool too. She's
Gabrielle
or
Lister.
likes her or something. Yeah,
Heard
she
of
I
her.
saw her
Yeah.
on TikTok. I'm like, this is a fucking great magician. Um, there's this one. Let me see if I can find her. I met her in Blackpool. She's like 16, so she's starting up young. And she's fucking phenomenal too. She has like a bunch of nice ideas. I think she was on what do you call this? On Fool Us. Let me see if I could find her name here. Fuck.
When she was
I
younger,
think yeah, when she a couple years ago she was on Foolish, and then now she's like still super young,
right,
but fucking great. Like that's phenomenal. And at that age, and fucking a. But again, you're a good magician. You have good ideas. You have good presentation. You're not just I'm a female magician. I have a pussy and I do magic tricks. So think I'm good. No, no, that's not the way it
right,
works. But
which is the
mm,
ultimate virginity.
the ultimate virginity is fucking going on Facebook and defending them when it's objectively bad. Like objectively bad. Like
Yeah.
show anybody the video, any person, they'll be like, yeah, that sucked. But I'll send you a video too when we're done, which is quite funny. That I'm like, people are like praising this individual, and then I'm like looking at videos. I'm like, this is AIDS. This is like it's the equivalent of doing this. Like I'm not joking. It's like, oh, here I have a deck,
Right.
and now it's different, right? It's that bad of shit, but she's hot though. So well, you know,
That's why most people
yeah,
are
me too. I'm
watching.
there like, man, fuck, bro. I'd fucking let me just
You're like you didn't even see the magic effect. You're
yeah, I'm
like,
just
wait, what? What was
I'm
supposed
not
to
a
just
foot guy,
happen?
but I'm like, let me lick your toes. Let me fucking let me just put your big toe in my mouth. Fuck.
Oh man, let me put my Quentin
Yeah,
Tarantino hat
yeah, yeah.
on.
Just fucking there. For some reason, every movie has him drinking water, liquor from the toes of like a hot actress. For some reason. I don't know why he does that. It's fucking so
Yeah,
funny.
a lot of feet shots. He's a foot
Yeah.
fetish guy, that's for sure. I mean, I gotta say though, if a woman's very attractive and she has very attractive feet,
I
you
what do
know.
you have? How do you have attractive feet?
Well, I mean, okay, it's like perfect example. Have you ever seen a good-looking woman with ugly
Oh
ass
yeah, yeah,
hands?
okay, you're right. You're right. That's an episode of Seinfeld. Man hands. That
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's the same
Okay.
concept. Um, Also, there's a theory out there that if a woman takes care of her feet, or her vagina is
Yeah,
well
good
taken
pH
care of as
balance.
well.
It's not like it's not gonna smell
Right.
like one of the ones that uh I'm trying to figure out how to say this without sounding fucking racist, but like a certain type of woman that takes she comes on a Spirit Airlines flight from Atlanta to Miami and goes, ah shit, we made it. And it smells like the pussy smells like fucking Vicks Vapor Rub and fish. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
What? Yeah, I do
Oh
know what you're
shit!
talking about. I lived in Georgia
Did
for
you?
some time too.
Fucking A. You know, it's
That's
funny.
funny.
We drove
Yeah.
through the entire United States, essentially the bottom part. So from California, we took down through Arizona, through Texas, to Louisiana. We went up through Memphis. We went up to Nashville. Came down through Georgia, through Atlanta. Then on the East Coast of Florida, we came down through like St. Augustine to go to Orlando, drop off the RV, and then come back to Miami. And it's really funny because like at no point, like yeah, we saw crackheads, you know, everywhere, but Atlanta, they just shot a rapper. So it's so funny because we don't see any crime, and the moment we go through Atlanta, they had just shot a rapper, and there's like 40 cops around in their cop cars, and I'm like, bro, like you're not helping this stereotype here. Um,
Yeah, Atlanta could be a little
yeah,
tough. I used to hang out there, so I
fucking
know.
yo, Memphis. Memphis was fucking rough. Let me tell you. Mm.
I heard. I've never really been. I mean, I've been to Tennessee. I haven't been to Memphis.
Memphis,
Talk to me
Memphis,
about
bro.
it.
We're in an RV. Peter's very tatted, very white looking. I'm short, and we go to this gas station to fill up the RV, and he's like, "Oh, put gas in it. Put gas in it." I'm like, "I don't want to step out." And I told him initially I wanted to start in Florida. So the trip that I had in mind was we start in Miami, we make our way up, we go through Louisiana, we go up to Memphis, Nashville, cut through North Carolina, come down the coast, and then come back to Miami, right? Which, by the way, would have been the equivalent in mileage. It would have been about 4,000 miles, right? And he goes, "No, that's a bitch trip. That's a pussy trip." It's like, no, that's not a pussy trip. It's the same mileage. And we're seeing more relevant shit because cutting through Texas, it's 18 hours of nothing that you're just cutting through desert, essentially. So, what a good use of time that was. But I wanted to come up
It's a good
because I
point.
wanted to, from Miami, because I was flying into California and I didn't want to deal with fucking, oh, you have to, whatever.
Yeah.
So, in Memphis, we get off, bro. I couldn't put gas because the fucking pump had a bullet hole in it. The gas pump was shot up. You can't
Yeah.
make this shit up,
What?
man. And then I go inside and there's a long line, and I'm like, I don't like the way this looks. I don't like the way this looks. The gas station, I could tell you have a fucking gas station and you have that thick glass, like this thick between you and the person. I don't
Yeah.
want to be in there. I don't want to be in there because I've seen too many videos on Live Leak that are like,
Asking for
yeah, it's
trouble.
like, oh shit, you said the wrong thing, and now you're
Yeah.
fucking your head's on the floor, essentially, But so that was just a weird time. We were recording on Beale Street, which is like the main street in Memphis, and some guy tells us, "Hey man, you guys better watch out with all that equipment. You guys better watch out with that shit, man." I'm like, I don't fucking like that, man. I don't like that. I don't like the way that sounds, dude. Like that's not a good thing to be told by a guy there. And the guy was very receptive to like the stuff. We showed him some shit and we used him on a trailer. And it's so funny
Yeah.
because he's like, "Dude, you guys better watch out. One of my boys just got shot here a week ago." I'm like, "Okay, all right, good to know. Let's pack up. Let's get the fuck out of here." And then we went to Nashville. I've never felt safer than in Nashville. There's a cop every 2 blocks down that main street, Broadway. Beautiful white girls, just oh God, just beautiful music, right? I'm like, I would live here. But and then of course we come back down to Atlanta and some guy just got shot. And it just so happens that the story was that the cop shot him, and it turns out that he got killed because what happened? I'm by myself. I'm by
No, no, you're
myself.
good. Are you?
Oh, I hear you.
Okay. Wait, you can't see me?
I
Oh,
can't
dude,
see
this
you.
YouTube with this fucking bullshit.
While you're doing
How
that,
about
I'm just
now?
gonna shoot up gang signs. I'm
All
just
right,
gonna
is
shoot up
that
gang signs as you're coming back. Um, but it turns out that the rapper jumped a fence, nicked an artery, and got and bled to death. That's what it was. And there was like 40 cops around because the story was that they shot him. I think his name was Lil Scooter. Fuck, of course. But it was a weird trip, man. That was a weird fucking trip.
that's
And
a
then
real name?
Lil Scooter. And then now we're coming to the tail end of the Kickstarter project where we're fucking waiting for all the shit to get here. So I don't know how
Oh, and
familiar we're.
this is for the psychic
Yeah, this
project
shit.
that you guys got going on, right?
A
Yes.
psychic survival kit. Yeah, dog. Look at that shit. The
Tell me
boxes
t
came.
what?
The boxes came. This is the Peter's obviously done a bunch of kits with like illusionist and shit,
Right, right, right.
and this is the first kit that he's ever done by himself, and by himself I mean with me. So imagine we're going from a company producing something to two people, and one of them is me. So it's been a learning experience for sure. But the box that comes with this kit is actually kind of interesting because it's a gimmick. So the box itself, it's a
Oh,
change
no
box.
shit.
So this is the box where all the stuff is going to come into, and it
Yeah.
has a little compartment here that's magnetized. So, for example, if they
Okay.
put their billets in here, and
Yeah.
you pull it out, changes them. So all the billets here are different than these. So it's called an OEM switch box, which no company's ever done. They've never done that. So look at that, we're
That's pretty
innovating,
fucking cool. Yeah.
and this is the shit that the stuff comes in. So it's gonna come in here. We have a change bag that's gonna come with it too. That's been a fun thing too.
I
From
mean, that's really smart though, having a gimmick being built into the box instead of just having a box that most people are gonna throw away anyway.
Yeah, or put on a shelf or whatever. So, I mean, the
Right.
truth of the matter is that nobody's gonna fucking use it. That's the honest truth. People are just it's a very capitalist mentality that you buy it, get to play with it for a little while, but nobody's gonna use it, right? But if you want to, you can, which is the best part, because it fucking works better than I thought it was. To be honest, when we first had this idea, he wanted to do it with Velcro, right? And then I was talking to the Chinese, and they're like, "No, you use magnet better." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, we use magnet." Fuck it, they were right. They were fucking right because this thing is stuff is nice. It's firm. When you need to remove it, it comes out, and all the stuff is gonna fit in here. So all the gimmicks are gonna fit in that little box, and then the books are gonna go on the bottom. So
Huh.
fucking killed it with this thing. But this is the fruits of our labor from our trip in I believe February of last year.
That's really cool. I
Oh,
saw there's
but
some pendulum work and stuff like that in there too, right?
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of esoteric stuff. We went to New Orleans and like talked to people that read cards and shit, and it's just so funny because they're doing the same shit we are. They're doing the
I
same
know.
shit but worse. You know,
I
like
remember when you're doing your lives and
yeah,
talking about the TikTok psychics and shit like that,
hmm
which is pretty hilarious.
dude, they're the worst, man. They're
I mean,
fucking the
aren't
worst.
most of them just on there? They're like this, and they're just with the cars, and they're like
Yeah,
putting out the cars.
hustling.
This means this, yeah. I mean, but
But the
yeah,
only difference is that they're sort of lying, but they're not using techniques, right? Like you can
right, they're
incorporate
not.
like
Yeah.
a crosscut
Oh
force,
yeah,
and you'll blow them
easily.
away,
Right.
which is just so funny. But we learned from them their little tips and shit, and everything's in a project. But it's just taking so long because we want to have a Christmas launch. It's fucking the end
Ah,
of January, you
god
know.
damn, yeah,
But unfortunately, that's the nature of these things, man. And
yeah,
it's very difficult because you don't want to. It's so easy to scam, right? It's so easy. And on Kickstarter, it's so easy to just appear like, oh, let me just do this. And then it's a money grab and then that's it. But
right.
we want to have a good product. And at the end of the day,
That's what's
all you
most
have,
important. Yeah,
like from this, we didn't make a lot of money, but we're producing a good product. And hopefully that's going to inspire people to, subsequently get on top of the other projects that we're going to come out with. So it's this weird sort of thing, but
yeah. You
we're
you get
getting
the
there.
value of somebody getting a quality product. They know anytime you're gonna release something next. Now they know, okay, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna get trash when I order
exactly.
things. Right.
Exactly, but it's fucking hard because, bro, finances, man, and things cost. And
Yeah.
this is the first time I've ever dealt with the Orient. It's the first time I've dealt with China and getting product from them, and you also looking at stuff in the States and sort of trying to figure out prices of shit. And it's a big learning process because now I sort of know what it takes to put something out. And it's funny because now I know sort of the back end of the magic industry, and everyone's producing shit out of China, which granted it's shitty,
Yeah.
right? I don't like it, but they're so efficient, dude. Like every conversation I've had, it's been so like seamless. Like, hey, we're interested in this. We have this idea, and they're like, oh yeah, here, and they have a prototype, and it works, and it's fucking good, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So
The
we've only,
Chinese people are awesome. Their government just sucks dicks.
yeah, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
issue. They're fucking
That is the big issue.
commie. But the we're just waiting on two things now, and then that's hopefully should be the rest. But I'm hoping that we can put this shit out soon because the last thing you want is, oh, I ordered this a year ago, you know? So,
Yeah.
but it's things that are out of our control, which is shitty. That's the worst part because you're just there sitting on your hand, just fucking like waiting for somebody thousands of mile away to figure shit out on their end. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
I'd rather wait. Me personally, I'd rather wait and get something quality versus getting
Well,
it right away and then it's fucking shit when you open it up.
that's what's funny that I've realized too is also there's going to be a percentage of people that forgot they ordered shit,
Yeah.
which I didn't like for these, right? These are the cards that I came up with. I made negative $400 on the cards, which is
Oh
great.
damn.
I owed money essentially,
Shit.
just because shipping was a disaster. But the part that's interesting is I still have pending orders of people that never got back to me from 4 years ago when I put these cards out. I'm like,
What?
yeah, that they just forgot they ordered them. I'm like, I have your cards. I have them. What are you gonna do? Ghost. Just ghosted me. So I'm like, all right. I have more inventory for virginity. I have more inventory for fucking oh shit. Oh shit. For shit now. Fuck. But I was gonna tell you, I got a dip because I have to send
All
out some
right.
packages. I'm actually believe it or not, I actually well, I can't show you the address here, but I send orders out for a magic company.
Okay.
And I have to do that, and then I also have to deal with
Yeah, I know how that is.
this thing right here. But I still
But
can't see you, by the way.
oh, really?
Yeah,
Hold on.
it's just been my face
Try
here.
my back? No.
Maybe on your end,
It's
if you can
showing
see us both.
it
If you can
it,
see us both,
it
it's
I
fine.
can see us both on my end.
It might.
All right, Pick Cake. Listen, I really appreciate you stopping by for this conversation. Hopefully, I can have you back on again, and we'll talk some more because
Yeah,
it
man,
seems
for
like
sure.
we got a lot in common. And hell, you're
Let
not
me.
that far away. Maybe one day we'll hang out. Who knows?
Yeah, no, for sure. I want to go up to a place called Sebastian, Florida, which is where
Okay,
Daniel. I don't know if you know Daniel. We used
Daniel.
to do
Who?
like Dan. We used to. He sells cards, and we used to do like a podcast. Me and him, ham radio, forever ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He lives up there in Sebastian, which is more coast.
What is
It's
that?
probably like
That
an hour and a half away from you, maybe.
Gulf or Atlantic?
East Coast.
Okay, so Atlantic side.
Yeah,
Okay, I have to
but
look that up. I don't know where that's at.
I sent you my number
Okay,
just now on Facebook, so we could
gotcha. So no more virginity.
no, no,
Hey,
definitely not.
go ahead and shill the Pig Cake Academy.
The
Well,
Pig Cake
before we get
Magic
out of
Academy.
here.
What can you
Yeah,
say about the Pig Cake Magic Academy? 1,700 videos and counting, going over everything you need about card magic, coin magic, mentalism. $5 a month, $10 a month for the Mentalism Academy, but it's just rife with good techniques. It's a lot of stuff. You're never gonna go through all of it, but I upload every single week. So it's not like one of these like, I don't know, magic stream where they don't upload shit. I'm always grinding. All right. I'm always on the grind. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. And everybody that joins says, wow, Piggy, why have I not joined earlier?
and the best part is once you join, you'll.
Yeah, now you're in it. Now you're stuck. Now you're stuck with me. But thank you,
All
man.
right,
Thank you
bro.
for
Yeah,
having me on,
not
bro.
definitely want to have you on again sometime in the future, though. All right.
No, I'm down as fuck.
I'm gonna stay in touch, bro.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Fuck.
All right, bro. Peace out.
See you, brother.